So now origin of Six Sigma. Six Sigma evolved from the US-based company called Motorola, because Motorola realized that they started getting very tough competition from Japanese, and for their survival, they wanted to embark on a new approach so that they can overcome the Japanese competition, and that gave birth to a new approach, which is Six Sigma. That is what we are trying to understand. And Bill Smith and Michael Harry, they were instrumental in developing the Six Sigma approach for Motorola, of course, under the guidance of the CEO of the company, Robert Bob Galvin, right? And because Motorola developed the Six Sigma methodology, they were able to improve the quality level. They were able to perform well. They were in fact able to achieve breakthrough results in spite of all the competitions. And in fact, in 1988, they were awarded the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Today, we call Bill Smith as father of Six Sigma, right? And later, Six Sigma became a flagship approach to quality. Any company, any business, any field, if you want to improve the quality, then the immediate buzzword is Six Sigma. All big companies like Xerox, General Electric, Kodak, American Express Bank, and all domains and all bigger brands, they are bigger brands because they embraced Six Sigma, right? And in fact, when introduced at Motorola, Six Sigma had only 4 phases: MAC, measure, analyze, improve, and control. But in 1995, when General Electric implemented Six Sigma, they converted the Six Sigma methodology from 4-phased to 5-phased. They added D in front of MAC, and so MAC has become DMAC. So this is another interesting story of Motorola. Motorola, they were also having a television division. They were selling the television in the name of Quasar, but then there were a lot of quality challenges, a lot of warranty claims. So they thought they cannot correct it. So they sold the entire unit. A Japanese firm called Matsushita Electric, they took over, and then they made the Quasar very popular. The business has become successful, and today it is known as Panasonic. So seeing the success of the Panasonic, I mean the Quasar, the CEO of Motorola, he realized one thing. The problem is not only with the quality of the product, our approach towards the quality should also change, right? And so he challenged his employees. He demanded that the company should grow 10 times in the next 5 years, 10-fold growth in a span of 5 years. And responsibility was given to these 2 gentlemen you are seeing here: Bill Smith, the father of Six Sigma; Dr. Michael Harry, the statistician, who is very instrumental in bringing out the Six Sigma approach, right? And they developed a statistical approach, metric-based system using some statistical concept. And when I say statistics, normal distribution is very important, and that we are going to learn right in the white belt level, right? And generally, even after becoming a black belt, people don't understand the statistical viewpoint of Six Sigma, but you are going to understand it first, even at the white belt level. Imagine your standards if you become a green belt or a black belt. The concept of normal distribution, which was introduced by Carl Friedrich Gauss, a German mathematician, right, born in the year 1777, and it was adopted by Bill Smith and Michael Harry. They developed a statistical metric-based system which worked very well for Motorola, and they have rectified all the existing failures. They have also prevented the anticipated failures using the same approach, Six Sigma, and they used the methodology MAC, measure, analyze, improve, and control. They made a saving of $16 billion within a decade. Not a small money even today, isn't it? So $16 billion they were able to save, and they have received this award, and all these things happened. And Six Sigma, that's how it has become very popular. So what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is actually a management philosophy to meet your business objectives by reducing variation. Because according to statistics, variation makes your product defective. Because see here, when you produce a product, let's say you produce 1,000 products. Do you think the dimension of all the 1,000 products are same? All of you will agree with me. It is not going to be same, isn't it? Each product can differ from the other product. All 5 fingers are never same. All 1,000 products you produce are never same. All million products you produce are never same. You have a sophisticated system, equipment, but still not same. So what do you understand from that? There is always a variation. If you allow the variation to increase too much, what will happen? Some of the product will be completely different from what you are trying to produce, isn't it? Those products will be rejected by the customer. You are going to call them as defective product. So fundamentally, what is making your product a defective one? The defect. How the defect is generated? Because you failed to control the variation. So a little bit of statistics is good, right? So it is fundamentally the variation that causes defect. This is what initially explained by the Japanese quality guru Jenichi Takuchi, and nobody could understand that time. But the Six Sigma is also insisting the same thing. The Takuchi's definition of quality is variation is opposite to quality. Higher variation means lower quality. Lower variation means higher quality. The Takuchi's definition of quality. So, a disciplined data-driven methodology for decision making and process improvement. If you want to improve the process performance, you must decrease the variation. Look here, there are two processes available. One process is wider, you can see here. Other process is narrower. Wider means too much variation. Narrower means less variation. Now bring the customer specification. I am bringing customer specification, upper specification as well as lower specification. Customer always have specification and tolerance. If you go beyond the spec, customer will reject. Same specification you apply to the wider process. Since the process is wider, since the variation is high, some of the output from the process are going beyond the spec. Your customer is going to reject. But for the same specification, since the process is narrower, because the variations are less, almost all the process lies within the spec. That means all the output that is going to come out of the process are going to be accepted. Your success is going to be close to 100%. How are you, predicting everything? By looking at the amount of variation. Now, variation is too less. Failure will also be too less. That's the logic, right? And this is called the Six Sigma methodology. We are going to discuss very simple and real life and easy to understand example, and you will never forget why it is Six Sigma, and that will happen in the next level of training program. So as a result, lesser defect, reduced cost, and consistent quality, greater predictability, and all in all, the happier customer. This is called the Six Sigma. So Six Sigma means any real-time problem can be handled using statistics. To convert the problem into statistical problem, then there is a statistical solution. How do you achieve the statistical solution? By improving the process in real time. And this is called Six Sigma way of problem solving. So Six Sigma is basically a metric. That is a measure of your capability. That is a measure of your process effectiveness. That is a measure of your success rate. It assures the failures are limited to 3.4 DPMO, defects per million opportunities, if the capability is raised to Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a methodology. It gives a methodology called DMAIC, using which you can fix any complex quality issue. Suppose you want to develop a new product and you expect the product to be free from defects. Six Sigma gives another methodology, DMADV. One is DMAC, to fix existing quality issues. DMADV, to develop new product. Using DMADV to develop a new product, the approach is called Design for Six Sigma. Six Sigma is also a way of management. All big company, bigger brands, right? They use Six Sigma as a way of management. They connect the people's knowledge level and skill level and their ability to contribute to the organization's growth with their career growth. If you help the organization grow, organization will help you grow. So they connected the salary hike, connected the promotion to managerial roles, top level managerial roles, promotion to leadership role with the Six Sigma certification, because it is not that easier for anybody to become a green belt and then do projects. They really have to understand the things. They really have to work hard to understand what is Six Sigma, the Six Sigma methodology, Six Sigma tools and techniques, and not just understand. You should also be able to implement what you understood. And then you are a green belt, you are a black belt, and that's how your career growth is taken care. If you are truly interested in 10x your career growth, if you are truly interested in doubling your salary, if you are truly interested in becoming a leader in the young age, then you must learn Six Sigma, right? And a clear roadmap is created by Will Smith and Michael Harry, and people like me are ready to guide you in that roadmap, right? And you can get effective mentoring, and then you will get a lifelong support. And whatever we discussed so far can be applicable in any scenario, any company. So Six Sigma is also a philosophy. So it's a metric, it's a methodology, it's a way of management, it is also a philosophy. It follows a methodology called DMAC. First phase, define. Next phase, measure. Third phase, analyze. Fourth phase, improve. Fifth phase, control. And all of you can learn this methodology, use this methodology. If you are a student studying in a college, please master this methodology, and you can execute any project very well in an industry. Your internship project can be executed using this methodology. If you are a research student, you can use this methodology as a research methodology. If you are a working professional, you can use this methodology as a process improvement methodology. That's all. Same methodology serves different purpose, gives all expected results. So what do we mean by define? The requirement is converted into specific requirement. That means CTQs are identified. That means Y variable is understood correctly. A problem is considered to be defined if you can specifically express it in the form of number. That means CTQs are identified. The problem is considered to be defined if you can make the problem measurable. Very simple. Make it happen. This is called a define phase. And once you do it, you are ready to move on to the next phase, measure. Now the challenge is you should measure without error, because measurement error is an illusion. The illusion will never allow you to understand, see the reality. If you really wanted to see the reality, what is exactly happening in your company, what is exactly happening in your process, you should learn to measure without error. Error can happen due to measurement. Error can happen due to sampling. If you measure wrongly, it's called measurement error. If you collect data from a wrong source, it's called sampling error. Measurement error should be less than 10%. Sampling error should be less than 5%. These are industry standards set by an organization called AIAG, and that is used widely across the globe in all domains, including IT, software, data analytics, everywhere, right? So measure without error, and then you measure the real performance. We call it baseline performance. Baseline is understood. Target is set in the define phase. The gap in the performance is understood. Now, what is the reason for the gap in performance? Is it the defect? Is it the waste? Or is it the risk? Identify the root cause of it. There are certain tools. Statistical tools also exist. Subjective tools, yes, you might have mastered already. But when you use subjective tools and identify the root cause, nobody is going to believe you. You should learn to use some, quantitative tools, statistical tools. Tools like hypothesis testing, tools like correlation and regression, tools like design of experiments, right? In addition to your fishbone analysis, brainstorming, YY analysis, and all these things are required. I'm not saying no, but over and above, you should also learn to statistically validate. Identifying the criminal is not enough. You should prove the crime. Then only punishment will be given. Similarly, making process changes requires validation of the root cause. Once you define the problem, measure the problem, analyze the problem correctly, now you are fit to talk about the solution. You are fit to talk about the solution. Solution means, improve means provide solution. How will you provide solution? Solution lies with the root cause. Root cause is X. You wanted to optimize the Y. You have identified the root cause X. Now optimize the X. Optimizing the X is called, the solution. You can generate solution, you can evaluate solution, you can implement solution. That is what you are supposed to do in the improve phase. Then move on to the control phase. Since you solved the problem, you implemented the solution. Now your goal is to sustain the benefit. Your goal is to see to that the problem never happen again. Now you will create a plan to continuously monitor the X, because X is the root cause. X is the culprit. Can you keep an additional I? Can you plot a separate control chart so that you monitor the X? Why are you monitoring X? You don't have to monitor Y. Y will be automatically correct if you monitor the X. This is called control plan. This is called daily work management. What your people are supposed to do at the down level, at the daily level, is dictated by people at the top level. Where from they get the information? They get the information through by learning through several failures. That's why Six Sigma methodology is very powerful. I would say extremely powerful, right? So learn it, and you definitely it will be, you can use it throughout your life. So see here, any situation you can use this logic. Let's say, for example, I want to live longer. I want to live for 120 years. Now what should I do? I should find out my Y variable, the dependent variable. You know what are Y variable? The body parameters, the health parameters, the body, the BMI, the FBS, the 3-month average sugar level, the cholesterol level, the RBC count, the WBC count. There are many parameters. All of them are Y variables. If I can manage and control the Y variable, I'm sure I can live for 120 years. Isn't it? The same way we can use it. And your learning with me is going to be very pleasant. It's going to be a walk in the park, isn't it? So I am going to teach you everything right from the basics, starting from 1950s till 2022. Any doubt you have anything about Lean or Six Sigma? Yes, I can train you, I can coach you, I can mentor you, and we can see to that you grow in your career. We can see to that you implement your learnings in your workplace, right? And over and above, while teaching you phase-wise, I am also going to teach you step-wise, because every phase I have carefully divided into 3 simple steps, starting from identifying the problem, identifying the project, till generating the solution, documenting the solution, handing over the project back to the process owner, announcing the project closure, celebrating the success. Everything is made as a step-by-step learning, like hand holding a child. I am going to teach you step by step, every step, what it is, what is the output you are supposed to deliver at the end of every step, and what kind of tools and techniques you can use. So what will happen ultimately if you carry out every step correctly? Your project will be a mega success, super hit, isn't it? Super duper success. People will start respecting you. People will appreciate you on your capabilities to produce result from every project. Success is always sure if you learn Six Sigma correctly, and that too from the right source, right? And there are so many tools, right? See here, I'm not going to read them, and these are all the tools you will be learning from me to equip you on every phase. A single course which can make you skillful in all aspects, to call you as a leader, right? And all the tools you will be learning, and in a very fruitful manner, right from the basics. Even if you do not know anything about them, I'm going to make sure you learn from me. And over and above, I'm going to equip you on Excel. I'm going to equip you on Minitab. Thereby, all the statistics and everything, without you can skip all the laborious efforts and use the softwares to generate the graphs, generate the report, and all that you need to do is make right decision when you are actually working on a project. So in my opinion, already you have become a white belt, but in order to keep the standards very high, in order to make you a real world-class white belt, I want to feed you additional content just to certify you as a white belt. Imagine what is that we are trying to do, and what is that we are trying to transform you in terms of the skill and knowledge and your capabilities, right? So white belt is just understanding about the basics and gaining a trust on the Six Sigma. Then the yellow belt level. Yellow belt level is a formal training for about 2 days, 10 to 12 hours, and where you will be equipped to work in a Six Sigma project, but you require the guidance of green belts. And yellow belts are like the nurses in the hospital. Nurses can treat the patient, but under the guidance of the doctor only, same way. But if you really wanted to, work independently, work on your own, lead Six Sigma project, then you should be a green belt. Green belt can be an effective team member. Green belt can lead green belt project. And then, but green belt is a part-time Six Sigma expert. Part-time means he has a routine work, but every day, a percentage of the time he spends on improvement. And then you are a green belt, then you should be a green belt. If your company expect you to do the routine job, as well as company expect better results from you, please understand, company is expecting you to become a green belt, without which the company is not going to allow you to grow in the corporate ladder. Suppose if you wanted to handle complex projects, complex issues you want to solve, there are so many departments are involved in a single problem, then you should go up in the Six Sigma ladder, you should become a black belt. Black belt will coach the team members and handle complex projects. And still the journey is not over. You have one more level, master black belt. A true leader will exhibit all the skills a master black belt will have. Master black belt will ensure the projects has proper strategic alignment with the company. Any project, if executed by the company, resources are required. When a company provides resource, company will also expect the organization goals to be achieved. So whether the project goal has got a strategic alignment with the organization goal or not, who will check? Master black belt. Generally, master black belts will be part of the quality council, maybe part of the top level committee in the company. Imagine if you become one such person. Generally, master black belts will be just 1 or 2 in the whole company, right? If there are 1,000 employees, the number of master black belt will be very few. Your position, your responsibility, and your designation and your compensation will definitely be way beyond your imagination. And other responsibilities of master black belt will be training and coaching the black belts and green belts in the company, producing the required green belts and black belts to drive the project. And these are all responsibilities of MBBs. And MBB is the one who will develop the KPI for the entire company and make sure everyone is working towards the goal of the company. And there are 2 more roles called champion and sponsor. Sponsor is the person who can provide resource, who can approve your project. Champion is the person who liaison between the sponsor and the project team, right? So there are few interaction opportunity, and you can try these questions. Who is known as father of Six Sigma? I can also give you an option, right? A, B, C, and D. 1, 2, 3, 4. And can you guess? Would you like to try this? All of you, please type your answers in the chat box. Let me see whether you are able to follow me. Fantastic, right? People are able to find out the right answer. Will Smith, fantastic. And further, how many phases Six Sigma has got? How many phases Six Sigma has got? Again, please type in the chat box. Six Sigma, as of now, how many phases it has got? Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. I'll give you option, right, to make your learning easier. You can go for the option now. Is it 3, 4, 5, or 15? Come on, guys, please type in the chat box. Fantastic. I could see all of you typing, 5, because it has 5 phases. Only the steps are 15. An yellow belt can lead a Six Sigma project. Is this statement true or false? Type true or false. True means T, false means F. Let me see your answers. Yes, false. Fantastic. Fantastic. All of you are following perfectly. A green belt can lead Six Sigma project. Can you validate this statement? Is it true or false? Come on, try something, and that's a kind of, yeah, true. Fantastic. If you try, your understanding, gets matured. You will thereafter, you will never require these kind of questions and practice. It will become your DNA. Focus of lean. What is your choice? Is it lean will focus on waste reduction, defect reduction, or variation reduction? Come on, guys. What do you think? Lean is waste reduction, defect reduction, or variation reduction? Very good, very good. Lean is all about waste reduction. Those of you who have not typed waste, change your understanding. Lean means eliminate the waste. Lean means you need to be efficient, right? All right. And focus of Six Sigma is to reduce defects, reduce waste, or reduce inventory. And now it is defects, right? The focus of Six Sigma is defect reduction. And you combine Lean and Six Sigma because we want the quality and we want quality faster, isn't it? So Lean learning curve is short, Six Sigma learning curve is longer. See here, Lean projects, you can do it in just 1 week to 3 months, but Six Sigma project, minimum 2 to 6 months. And Six Sigma is data driven, Lean is demand driven. Here the justification is Lean will bring down your operational cost. Six Sigma will bring down your cost of poor quality. Six Sigma will improve your effectiveness. Lean will improve your efficiency. That means when you integrate Lean and Six Sigma, you produce better quality products and you deliver faster. As a result, customer satisfaction improves, your market grows very fast. So increasing the Sigma level in any company will strengthen the company and will help the company to scale up their business. See here, I have shown a roadmap. As you keep on increasing the Sigma level, but see, whether you know it or not, every company will have process. Every process will have a Sigma level. You measure the Sigma level just as a percentage, or if you know statistics and the concept of Six Sigma, you measure it in Sigma level. In my opinion, all of you are process owners and you have a process and the process will have a Sigma level, right? Or we can convert the failure percentage into Sigma level. See here, as I keep on increasing the Sigma level, look at the failures. Failures are reducing from lakhs to thousands, thousands to hundreds, and hundreds to almost nil. Only when you bring down the failures and defects to almost nil, you can think of scaling up the business. Without doing it, if you scale up, you are not giving justice to your customer segment. You are actually amplifying problem. You are selling defective item to so many people. Never ever think of doing it, right? So do any method in the beginning, that's okay. But once you realize you must produce defect-free products, you must focus on process improvement, process characterization, process optimization is nothing but DMAC. This is what is DMAC. DMAC is not something unique and different. All of us should learn it and all of us should practice it. And then you go up in the ladder and you will make your company number one, which means you also become number one and you will get paid more than your expectation. Increasing the Sigma level requires exponential defect reduction. All the failures you should prevent, you should correct first and then prevent next, right? So this is what we have learned so far. Operational excellence means we should be very good in executing the business strategy over a long term. Quality means meeting customer requirements consistently. KPI help us to monitor and improve the performance to meet the organization goals. And quality is a function of customer requirement, design requirement, process requirement, and the employee requirement. Eliminate waste using Lean and prevent defects using Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma as an operational excellence model will improve the quality, reduce the cost, and as well as the lead time. So Lean tools, there are so many tools I have already listed out, and do not hesitate to learn all these tools. This will make you very disciplined towards achieving a world-class quality, and which is good for you as well as good for your company. Similarly, Six Sigma, though it doesn't have its own tools like the TPS or Lean, it integrates all the existing tools, right? So whatever tools that is available and depending on the project requirement, we will be using it. And that's why I said a single course which can, make you a multi-skilled personality and multi-skilled leader just by learning one course. So use the appropriate tools and appropriate methods to correct and then prevent failures. And thereby you always, cherish the success.